All righty. Once again, everybody, thank y'all for coming. My name is Noel A. Booker with Business Credit Builder. You should be able to see my desktop screen right now. And what we will be talking about today is 15 ways to get business credit, loans, and credit lines for real estate investing. All right. So without further ado, we're just going to get going. How about that? All right. So here goes my contact info. My name is Noel A. Booker Sr. I'm the CEO at businesscreditbuilder.us LLC. You got my phone number there, my email. Now there's 3 buttons on the screen at the below there. The green button is how you can get a free guide on how to build business credit. Just go to businesscreditbuilder.us/free guide. Okay. And y'all can take notes. Y'all can do screenshots if you like. And at the end, you could ask questions, or while you raise your hand, you can ask questions in the chat, or you can open up your mic and ask questions. All righty. Okay, so well, if y'all can hear me and you know where the chat box is, if you could put your business name in there and the type of business. I think y'all are real estate related, but let me see what's going on. Let's see the names of your businesses out there, and we're gonna start moving forward. Okay. Real estate as an investment. It's nothing new. Real estate investing has been around for thousands of years. It predates stock markets and other methods of trading and valuing wealth. Land used to be the best sign of anyone's wealth. Why? Because land is permanent, right? Fast forward to today. While renting out real estate investments remaining a popular way to profit from land and buildings, the real money and real numbers are in flipping. Buying low, selling high, in rapidly changing markets, and fixing up rehabs for profit is all the rage. According to the according to the Real Wealth Network, 2016 was the banner year for flipping in the United States. 6.6% of all single-family condo and home sales were fix and flips. Turning to business credit to get money to flip is a smart business choice. And you might be tempted to try a traditional lender or credit provider like a bank or credit union. So credit unions and commercial lenders like banks will most likely not loan you money unless your credit is impeccable or you have been in business for a very long time. Why? Because real estate and other financial industries are considered high risk. Okay. I didn't know that from the beginning myself, that the real estate industry, you would think is the other way around. The Small Business Administration does not actually loan money. Instead, they set loan guidelines. Okay. So the SBA can't help, all right? Because the SBA guarantees these loans, rates are more favorable and terms are more flexible. The SBA says real estate investing is too risky for them. Delays can be costly. If you had to wait around until your bank or credit union feel comfortable enough to give you a loan or extend credit, you'd be waiting a long time and missing out on opportunities. Fortunately, you've got other options. We're going to go over all the options today. Trying other options. Banks and credit unions got you down. They are not the only lenders out there. According to the Department of Revenue, 98.2% of all 2015 business loans and credit lines came from sources other than traditional banks and credit unions. 98% of them came from different means. Okay. How we can help. Business Credit Builder. We show you how to make your business credible in the eyes of the lender. Our high-tech software helps you build your business credit to access high-limit store credit, business loans, and credit lines. We work with all legitimate types of funding programs that are available today, offering funding through hundreds of investors and lenders through a multitude of different funding programs. Okay, let's break it down. 15 ways to get business credit, loans, and credit lines for real estate investing. Are you ready? Okay, who we got in the chat here? Ronnie Williams. He has Within Reach Property Solutions, real estate counselor and investor. All right, thank you for attending, Mr. Williams. And Sally is in the building. All right, what's up, Sally? All right. Okay, she says she's ready. Okay, here go number 15. Yeah. Unsecured credit. This is my most popular ways to get funding for startups. All right. Unsecured credit. You can access up to $150,000 in unsecured credit with 0% interest rates that you can secure even as a startup. Unsecured credit is offered without the need of collateral or a show of assets for approval. Instead, the loan or credit is based on the lender's promise to pay. You need a 680 credit score or a guarantor that does have the 680, okay? So our program is called the Credit Line Hybrid Program. This program is perfect for high-risk industries such as real estate investing. It's perfect for startups too, all right? So you can get more information on this particular, the Credit Line Hybrid Program by going to businesscreditbuilder.us/get-funding. Oh, and I didn't finish talking to you about the buttons at the below. So the buttons below, right? I already told you about the free guide, how to get a free guide, right? Now, the next button is the blue button. This is how you get a free business credit consultation, or you get a financial assessment of your business, all right? And basically, that's just my scheduler, where you could talk to me, you sit down, and we talk about how my business can help you, right? Just go to businesscreditbuilder.us/consult, all right? And if you think that you're ready and you're able to get a business loan now, you would go to /get-funding. So that's businesscreditbuilder.us/get-funding, okay? All right, I got that out the way. Okay, so you can get credit lines to take out cash. These accounts report to the business credit agencies, thereby helping build your business credit, okay? So to get more information on the credit line hybrid program, go to the Get Funding tab, right? Go to businesscreditbuilder.us/get-funding. And there's a video on that page that will explain the credit line hybrid program in more detail, all right? All right, number 14, business revenue, lending and cash advances. This is not a loan. Business revenue lending is an advance based on the future sales and revenue of a business. Okay, so this is for existing businesses that has cash flow, right? You can get funded up to 72 hours. And this, you don't even need credit for this. Okay, don't even need credit. You just need cash flow. They need to see that you have money coming in, and this is going to be an advance on future revenues. Okay, bet. Number 13. Hope y'all are keeping up. Y'all keeping up? All right now. 13, cash flow financing. Cash flow financing is one of the most popular types of financing today. Now, I'm gonna let you know, cash flow finance is not for everybody. Cash flow financing is for existing businesses that come into a situation. In your case, you can use, if you have an existing business with cash flow and you need to put money down on the down payment on a property, or you need to rehab some stuff, this is some good way to get some fast money. All right, it's fast and easy. All that is needed is 3 months bank statements, right? They're going to at least see that you have cash flow flowing, right? The more money you got flowing, the more money you have access to. They want to see about $10,000 per month flowing through your bank account, right? But you can get funding with this cash flow financing as low as $3,000 a month, right? For like, you know, that's just for like freelancers, right? For the 1099ers, right? But then they got another level at 5,000, then another level at 15,000, right? So that's for when you have cash flow, right? And these are fast. They get you the money real fast, okay? And they give you all the terms and everything up front, all right? No hidden costs. They're gonna tell you everything up front. That's cash flow financing, okay? One of my partners does cash flow financing. Their name is David Allen Capital. And you could do it, you could get a loan with them straight from off your telephone, right? You go to my website, and on the Get Funding page, that you'll see the DAC stuff there, right? And so what happens is, if you make, you know, depending on the answers that you give the questionnaire, they give you a short questions, right? A few questions. Depending on your answers, they're going to send you to the right funding source, right? So if you make between $3,000 and $5,000 per month, they're going to send you to Giggle Finance. If you make between $5,000 and $15,000, they're going to send you to Biddy Advance. And if you make $15,000 or more per month, then they're going to send you to Bank Breezy, right? And that stuff is like seamless. Few questions, somebody's going to contact you right away. Number 12, merchant cash advances, okay? Merchant cash advances. Similar to cash flow financing, but only credit card deposits are counted, okay? So it's the same thing as the cash advances, but this is just on your credit card receipts, right? So you accept, as a business, you accept credit cards, right? And this is how you qualify. Qualifications tend to be easier. You only need 5,000 in deposits to qualify, and only 6 months in business, right? So that's for the merchant cash advances, right? Okay. Number 11, securities-based line of credit, okay? So if you got stocks, bonds, 401ks, stuff like that, you can get a business loan on that stuff, okay? You can get a business loan on that stuff, where these investments that you have, they stay intact, and they are only affected if you don't make the payment, okay? You can use these as collateral to get business credit. Rates are usually less than 5%. No cash flow or consumer credit score is required for these, okay? So these are good investments that you may have, that you can get money to flip a crib, right? Okay, you don't need bank statements or tax returns for approval. You will still earn interest on the stocks and bonds that you have. You can use any stocks you currently own as leverage to get business financing. You can borrow up to 90% of the value of your stocks. You can borrow up to 90% of the value of your stocks. You will continue to earn interest on any stocks pledged as collateral. Funding takes about 3 weeks for this to go through. Okay, about 3 weeks. Number 10. Number 10 is 401k financing. Use your existing 401k or IRA as collateral for business financing. IRS proven strategies with no tax penalties. You still earn interest and pay low rates, as low as 5%. Fund in less than 3 weeks. Get up to 100% of what you can roll over in your 401k. And whatever the 401k is doing, it continues to do, right? It's only affected if you don't make the payment, right? And what is 401k, right? 401k is you're working at your job, you're taking money, you're taking money that you work for, you put it into this 401k, and then they take the money and give it to these other businesses, and they make money with your money. So my idea in this instance is you can use your own money to help your business, right? Right, that's an option. And it's without penalty, okay? The idea is that you are investing in your own 401k, that you're investing your own 401k into your business, all right? Number 9. Here we go, number 9, accounts receivable. Accounts receivable is also known as factoring, okay? Factoring. It's ideal for any business which receive orders and is not paid for weeks or months later. With accounts receivable financing, you can get up to 80% of your receivables advanced to you within 24 hours, okay? So this is for businesses that can batch and sell their invoices, right? So if you have a business that does that, you can batch and sell your invoices. This is perfect for you, right? Okay. You can use your outstanding accounts receivable for financing, get as much as 80% of your receivables advanced to you in less than 24 hours. So I have a client, they have a freight company, and their trucks would go and do deliveries, right? So then daily, they'll batch up the invoices for the deliveries for that day, send it in, they'll get their money the next day. And then when the client pays the bill in 30 days, then they settle up on the other 20%, less the fee of the service, right? Make sense? Makes sense. All right. The remainder of the accounts receivable will be released once the invoice is paid in full. Okay. Closing takes about 2 weeks, and the factor rates are as low as 1.33%. Your receivables should be with a government agency or a credible business. The 20% balance will be forwarded to you once the invoice is paid in full. There are no consumer credit requirements, and there are no cash flow requirements for approval. Rates are as low as 1.25%. You should be in business for 1 year for these accounts receivables, okay? Number 8, and this is a good one. This is one I like right here. This is a good one. This one is for house flipping, right? Now, once you can prove that you have flipped a house, right, that you're able to buy a property, rehab it, and flip it, then you can get 100% financed for what you may need to purchase and rehab residential properties, okay? So they'll finance the purchase and the rehab if you can prove to them that you can flip it, right? And they'll give you about 6 months to pay them. So you buy the house, rehab it, and they give you 6 months to sell it. right? If you need a little bit more, then you talk to them, right? But this is a real good, I love this right here for house flippers, right? You can usually get a 6-month term and extensions when needed. Rates are usually 8% or a little higher, okay, depending on the situation, right? So this one is good for house flipping. You will need a 660 FICO score to get approved. Lenders will want you to have flipping experience. You will need cash on hand to put up in an escrow account. So that's normal, right? That's normal real estate transaction stuff. And, you know, sometimes they do like, you know, the drawdowns when you get to a certain percentage completion, then they release more funds and stuff like that, right? The property is used as collateral. Funds in a reseller program are available for residential purchase and renovation products. Most traditional banks and credit unions will not approve. Authorized funds are held in escrow and released in drawers as the contractor completes renovations, right? This is normal standard stuff, right? Okay. Here goes ROK Financial. They do the house flipping program, right? And this is the details of their house flipping program, right? I have a couple lenders that do this house flipping thing, but this is the one particularly at ROK Financial. It's good for the construction industry and real estate. The unique benefits is that the rates start at 8.99%, 80 to 100% purchase funding, 100% rehab funding. The qualifications is that you need a 640 FICO score at ROK Financial. The paperwork needed is an application, 3 months recent bank statements, and they're probably going to want, you know, some history so they can determine that you're capable of doing this flip, right? So that's what it is. And y'all could go to get funding, right? / get funding and apply directly that way. Okay. Now, build business credit, right? Build business credit. You don't have good enough FICO score to qualify for some of these programs, then it's time to build business credit. And let me tell y'all something about the 3 C's, right? This is what I call the 3 C's. The 3 C's is credit, cash flow, and collateral. The 3 C's. This is what the lenders are definitely looking at, right? So if you have all 3 of these, then you might be able to qualify for an SBA loan. If you have 2 of them, then you might be able to qualify for a term loan. If you have 1 of these 3 C's, depending on which of the 3 C's that you do have, there is money available, right? And if you have none of the 3 C's, then that's when you start with building business credit. And as you build business credit, you get access to more and more funds, okay? Trade lines. According to Dun & Bradstreet, suppliers reporting their positive experiences to the credit reporting bureaus are creating what is called trade lines, okay? Trade lines can give potential lenders a clearer perspective of your ability to pay back. This is information beyond the numbers. It can make it clear if you engage in risky practices. Okay. Vendor credit. Number 7 is vendor credit. Easy. One easy method of getting started building credit is what's called vendor or trade credit. If you get your coffee from the same supplier, why not ask for trade credit or future purchases? Not every vendor reports trade credit to the trade bureaus. So you have to be careful with these vendors. Only 10% of all companies in the United States even report to the business credit reporting agencies. So you have to get vendors that actually do report to the business credit reporting agencies. Vendor credit is often very easy to get. It establishes a relationship with your company, with the vendor. Get your first 5 credit accounts through vendor credit and get the ball rolling, right? So when I tell people how to start building business credit, I tell the first goal is to get 5 trade lines reporting to your business credit reporting agencies, 3 to Dun & Bradstreet, 1 to Experian, and 1 to Equifax. Then you're ready to go to the next step, okay? Store credit. Number 6, store credit. When you were building personal credit, some of the first places to send you credit offers were probably businesses. The same could work for business credit. Do you have credit with home improvement stores like Lowe's or Home Depot? Use it for fix and flips. Strategy. You have to use strategy to build business credit. Think about the things you already purchased for your household and your business. Consolidate purchases and buy from vendors that report to the business credit reporting agencies. Okay? Number 5, fleet credit. Fleet credit allows your business to maintain a fleet of vehicles. These are usually fuel cards that allow purchases for fuel, repairs, maintenance, and supplies. Okay? Trade accounts. Keep going with trade accounts you normally do business with already. Office supplies, cleaning services, auto repair services, cell phone providers, okay? If they don't report to the business credit reporting agencies, then you can use them as a trade reference, okay? Number 4, qualifying for cash credit. Okay, cash credit. That means Visa, MasterCard, American Express type of credit, right? Business credit cards. To get access to these, to get business credit cards. Now, if you go out there and look for a business credit card, you're going to get Capital One type of stuff. You're going to get the business credit cards that the commercial banks offer, which I don't think are business credit cards, because you have to ask these credit cards who they report to. If they say TransUnion, that's not a business credit card, even though it might say business credit card, right? But if they don't report to Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax, or Experian, then they're not a business credit card and they're hard to find, okay? And to qualify, you need 10 trade lines on your business credit report, okay? You need a track record of paying bills on time, okay? You don't need a social security number for this, okay? There's no credit check and there's no personal guarantor, okay? Number 3, business credit cards. Business credit cards are another funding option. Some are linked to your personal and business credit scores. Like personal credit cards, business credit cards must be paid off in a timely fashion. Utilization must be below 30%, okay? Number 2, business credit lines. A business credit line differs from a business credit card because it is more like a debit card. You can take cash out. You can borrow up to a certain limit, and you only pay interest on the amount that you have borrowed, okay? In comparison to a loan where you have to pay the interest on the full amount from day one. Credit lines, you only pay interest on what you have borrowed, and that's it. And as you pay down on what you have borrowed, then your limit goes back up. That makes sense? You can draw and repay funds as long as you don't exceed your credit limit. Okay? Right. Okay, so this is a page from my website on the ROK line of credit. So I have a few lending partners that offer line of credit. Now, this one is for ROK Financial. The industries that they service is construction, manufacturing, wholesale, distributor, e-commerce, medical, okay? Unique benefits are 6, 12 to 8 month terms, weekly or monthly payments, same day funding up to 200,000, and it's a true revolving line of credit, okay? The qualifications are 6 months time in business, $120,000 in gross annual revenue, and a FICO score of 600. The paperwork that is needed is an application, 6 month bank statements, and electronic bank verification, okay? And you can find this stuff at my website, Business Credit Builder, on the business loans page or the Get Funding. You go to Get Funding, to the Get Funding page, /Get Funding, right? Okay. Commercial real estate, number one, commercial real estate financing, okay? So I got a couple different providers that provide commercial real estate financing, okay? It's the smartest move that you can make when it comes to commercial real estate financing. Get up to 20 million in financing for your business, okay? The fast facts are you can get approved up to 20 million. The collateral for this is real estate, okay? So they have to have collateral to get this loan, right? You have to put up real estate for this, for the commercial real estate financing. The credit quality is fair credit accepted. So around 620 and up, right? Above 620 for this right here. And bank statements, you're gonna need three to 6 bank statements, all right? So they wanna see your cash flow, right? Bank statements, real estate asset list. They're gonna need 2 revolving accounts. You need to be under 40% utilization. They're gonna look at your bank management, so they don't wanna see NSFs and stuff like that. Personal financial statements, no bankruptcies, 7 years, and no open collections, okay? That's for the commercial real estate financing. And I have a new lender that does the commercial real estate as well. You can find that information on the business loans tab at the website, right? Now, let's see if I can give you some bonuses, right? We went through 15 different ways that you can get funding to help your real estate business, right? But now I'm gonna give you some bonuses. We got asset-based financing. That's the same as the real estate backed, right? So I got a few different situations where you could put up your own home as an asset to collateralize a loan that you might get, right? So I have a few different situations like that. And real estate. So if you got equity in your home, you could put up, you could offer this equity in your home as collateral as well to get real estate purchases, okay? And in case you didn't know, we offer a partner program where you can start your own business funding agency and help fuel business owners with business credit and access to funding and or savings. You can find out more information about my partner program at businesscreditbuilder.us/partner. Partner. Yeah, all right, check that out. Okay, credit history and credit management. With all the types of credit and financing, remember, don't borrow more than you can pay back. Pay back as much as you can, as quickly as you can. Keep thinking of ways to improve and increase your available business credit. Request increases. When you get those revolving accounts, request increases. Ask if they pull credit. If so, don't do it. if they pull your credit, right? You have to be strategic in building up your business credit and use your inquiries wisely. Personal credit versus business credit and utilization. With business credit, you can max out a Lowe's card, max out a Home Depot's card, and not affect your business credit scores. Okay, so you can get that that property to rehab, use up your card at Lowe's and Home Depot, and when you sell it, you pay it, and it don't affect your business credit score. Okay, that's one good thing to know. Okay, grants. Here's a bonus. Grants. Did you know that the government hands out grants for real estate investors? For real. A grant is a lot like a scholarship. It's free money. You don't have to pay it back, right? Okay. So the government has a searchable database of available grants at grants.gov. Okay. Go to grants.gov. Search using these keywords: housing, homeless, infrastructure. Okay. If you use these other terms, you're going to get a whole bunch of unrelated results. Okay. So use these: housing, homeless, infrastructure in your search terms, and it'll come up these grants. You see if you qualify for the grants. The grants will have a time period in which it starts accepting applications, and then there'll be a deadline that ends for this particular grant. So you have to submit your application in between the available time frame, right? Okay. Grants usually close quickly, so they open and close quickly. So you have to stay up on that website and keep watching the grants that they post, right? Many are only available for a few months. You can apply for more than one grant at a time. You have to fill out the applications completely and as accurately as you can. Now, HUD grants. HUD grants. Search the HUD grants here at portal.hud.gov. Portal.hud.gov. Okay. The NOFAs is a notice of funding availability. So you're looking for the NOFAs, notices of funding availability, including the contract where you send your application. If you apply for more than one HUD grant, it must be on a separate NOFA. All right. So that's one thing to know, that if you're applying for more than one grant, it has to be a separate NOFA, right? Okay. Pro tips about grants. A grant requires a grant proposal. They are a lot like a business plan. The local address is usually a bonus when applying for grants. Write a clear and concise cover letter. Check delivery requirements, mail or in person, and follow them to the letter, right? Y'all already know that, but I'm just saying, right? Okay, here's a summary of what we will have went over today, and y'all can ask questions about any of this stuff. And if I have the answer, I'm gonna give it to you. We talked about the credit line hybrid program, revenue lending, cash flow funding, merchant cash advances, security-based financing, 401k securities, accounts receivable financing, commercial real estate, asset-based financing, real estate financing, house flipper financing, vendor credit, store credit, fleet credit, cash credit, business credit cards, business credit lines, the partner program, and we talked about grants. Does anyone have any questions about any of this stuff that I can answer right now? And also, let me see. You to schedule a get your free business finance assessment to discover your optimal path to improve fundability, build business credit and business loans, and schedule an assessment by going to businesscreditbuilder.us/consult. Any questions, anybody? Was this information useful?
Yes, it was.
All right, great. Good deal. All right. Any questions, anything? Who was that? Sally?
Sally. Yes,
all right,
sir.
Sally. All right. So any questions, anything?
I got one.
All right, go ahead.
On the commercial loan that you talked about for buying
Yes, sir.
commercial real estate that you need collateral,
Yes, sir.
will they use the property that you're purchasing or as collateral, or would you already have to have a property with collateral?
Okay, for the asset-based stuff, you would already have to have property existing. For the flipper program, they can use the property that you are purchasing as collateral, but that's only for that flipper program. Okay, the other programs like the asset-based funding, then you would have to have existing property and you use the equity and that property as collateral for commercial purchases.
Okay.
Can I answer that question?
Yes.
All right. Sylvia, I see you in here. Ruben, Miss Collins, Hannibal, what's up? Anybody else got any questions? This is your time to ask me questions. All right. Well, if there's no more questions, anything, then we're going to end the webinar. And I thank everybody for coming. I will be putting this up on YouTube. And if you are looking at this on YouTube now, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment on the YouTube. And make sure you check out the YouTube channel. Just go to my website, businesscreditbuilder.us, and there's a YouTube button, right? Go to the YouTube channel. There's a whole bunch of stuff on there, right? I do these webinars once a week, and we post them on YouTube. And I've been doing this, over 5 years now. So there's a bunch of stuff out there, all right? And the blog, go to the website and find the blog. The blog is off the chain, right? And thanks everybody for coming. I appreciate y'all taking your time out and sitting and listening to my boring ass.
It wasn't boring, it was resourceful.
Thank you very much. Y'all have a good evening, y'all.
Take care. All right, thank you.
All right, y'all. Yeah, yeah.